Hi guys, welcome to Tuan Vu Guide. Today we're gonna take it head to head to head to head to head on all these microphones and see which one gives you the greatest value, the greatest bangs for your bucks. So I'm gonna compare the two shotgun microphones, the USB microphone, the wireless lavalier, and the cell phone, the S9 Samsung, and the onboard mic in the Sony camera as well, just to show you the differences and what these microphones would sound like and if they're worth your money. So this USB microphone is from Amazon, and so are the rest of these. This is Maono brand. It's around $50 at the time when I bought this. This is also from Maono. It's the AUC M10 shotgun microphone, $30 on Amazon. Right now I bought it for $18 because they had a 40% off coupon that you can clip right on Amazon. This one's also around $30. The Veksun Tiki Sky video mic, also a shotgun microphone on Amazon for around $30. They all have relatively good reviews, 4 to 4.5 stars rating. And this one, the most expensive of them all because it's most likely this is wireless, is the Pixel MK7 wireless lavalier microphone, and the Samsung S9 as I've mentioned, and also the Sony A7R version 2 camera onboard mic. So let's do a quick unboxing and see what they include in their packages. Of course, the Pixel being the most expensive at $100 or so, comes with the wireless receiver and transmitter. Oh, sorry about that. It comes with a pretty nice case, metal case with soft foam inside. Comes with a foam cover, extra clip, adapter so you can use it with your phones or your DSLR camera. A dead mouse cover for the lavalier, and of course lavalier itself. XLR cable. So overall pretty nice. It doesn't come with battery, but it does require 2 AAA batteries to be installed in the transmitter and the receiver. And in the Veksun microphone, comes with a pretty basic Ziploc bag, and inside nothing more than just the manual itself. And inside, I think I took this out earlier and I switched the manual. This one belongs to the, I don't know, but whatever, it's just a manual. Just the microphone itself with the foam cover and also the dead cat for this one. Now the Maono, I believe that's what it's called. I don't know, I'm just calling it Maono, but I'm not even sure if I'm saying it correctly. It comes with an adapter for you to use with your DSLR. So you can see that there. I'm not sure if it's focusing right there. The manual, of course. Little business card saying thank you and all the nice words. The microphone itself with the foam and the coiled adapter. I like this one because the cable is separated from the microphone itself. So if something happens to the cable, you don't have to replace the whole thing. So you can just buy a new cable and you're good to go. There's the Maono. So overall build quality itself, it's made of metal for the most part with some plastic, but for the most part it feels good, it looks good, it's nice and slim in its profile. It's a little bit lengthier than the Veksun. So but then the Veksun just feels light and it's pretty plasticky. The build quality feels pretty cheap. The Veksun requires a battery to operate, and it does come included. I have already put it in here, and it has the on-off switch. So that's another thing you have to remember, is to turn it on, and also a 20 decibel increase if you need it for increased sensitivity, versus the Maono, where it's just plug and play. You plug it in, you set it, you forget it. But the downside is whatever comes through here is what you get. There's no setting for it. When it comes to the Pixel, it feels pretty good. It's pretty basic, but it looks pretty simple to use, nothing too fancy. It looks like it's made okay. Quality is not bad at all. Lavalier itself, nothing to write home about, but not too bad either. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a sound test. I'm gonna start installing these microphone and see if you can tell a difference, and if you like that difference, and knowing the price to determine if it's worth it for you, which one you should get and which one you should stay away from. So let's do this. Let's go. All right, guys. So I have the lavalier mic set up, and I'm gonna test it. I have the Veksun Shotgun microphone installed in the Sony, and you're listening through it now. I'm gonna just read off a poem, a random poem I've got online, just to do a sound test. Now I have the Maono microphone shotgun installed in the Sony DSLR. Same thing, I'm gonna read off the poem and see how it sounds. Sharpen your wit, each half of it, before you shut, scissors to cut. Shear skin deep, underneath wool, expose the sheep whose leg you pull. Sharpen your wit, each half of it, before you shut, scissors to cut. Shear skin deep, underneath wool, expose the sheep whose leg you pull. Sharpen your wit, each half of it, before you shut, scissors to cut. Shear skin deep, underneath wool, expose the sheep whose leg you pull. Sharpen your wit, each half of it, before you shut, scissors to cut. Shear skin deep, underneath wool, expose the sheep whose leg you pull. Sharpen your wit, each half of it, before you shut, scissors to cut. Shear skin deep, underneath wool, expose the sheep whose leg you pull. Sharpen your wit, each half of it, before you shut, scissors to cut. Shear skin deep, underneath wool, expose the sheep whose leg you pull. And I'm gonna back up about 5 feet or so and read off the same thing. Sharpen your wit, each half of it, before you shut, scissors to cut. Shear skin deep, underneath wool, expose the sheep whose leg you pull. Sharpen your wit, each half of it, before you shut, scissors to cut. Shear skin deep, underneath wool, expose the sheep whose leg you pull. Sharpen your wit, each half of it, before you shut, scissors to cut. Shear skin deep, underneath wool, expose the sheep whose leg you pull. Sharpen your wit, each half of it, before you shut, scissors to cut. Shear skin deep, underneath wool, expose the sheep whose leg you pull. And I'm also going to do a field test, walking around the microphone to see how the pattern sounds like. I know these are cardioid or supercardioid microphone, which mean they reject a lot of sounds on the side and in the back and picks up most of the sound in the front. And we'll see how well that works on these microphones as well. So I'm just going to play a white static noise and walk around the microphone. There's no point in doing a walk around for this one or distance since it is close to me. And I'm just going to do a static sound test just for the sake of it. See if you can hear the difference when the sound changes direction. It's supposed to be omnidirectional. What that means is it picks up sounds equally from all different angles, from all different sides. So it shouldn't have mattered where I moved my phone. All the tests so far have been done without any kind of editing. So I've just left the sound as it is, as it comes into each microphone. So you get a sense of how they sound and how they've been picked up. Just to see if they can make it sounds better by a little bit of having a little post editing. I'm gonna go ahead and just add a little bit of equalizer and maybe do a little bit of an editing to the sound just to see if we can boost up the sound and make these cheaper microphones worth it and make them sound a whole lot better if they do sound better than the onboard microphone that comes with your camera or with your cell phone. So let's check it out. Here's the before and now with the editing after. Sharpen your wit, each half of it, before you shut, scissors to cut. Shear skin deep, underneath wool, expose the sheep whose leg you pull. Sharpen your wit, each half of it, before you shut, scissors to cut. Shear skin deep, underneath wool, expose the sheep whose leg you pull. Sharpen your wit, each half of it, before you shut, scissors to cut. Shear skin deep, underneath wool, expose the sheep whose leg you pull. Sharpen your wit, each half of it, before you shut, scissors to cut. Shear skin deep, underneath wool, expose the sheep whose leg you pull. Sharpen your wit, each half of it, before you shut, scissors to cut. Shear skin deep, underneath wool, expose the sheep whose leg you pull. Sharpen your wit, each half of it, before you shut, scissors to cut. Shear skin deep, underneath wool, expose the sheep whose leg you pull. Which one wins, in my opinion? Well, it depends on what your need is. If you are recording at home and you're in a controlled environment, I would say you go with a USB a condenser microphone like I have. It's cheap, it's affordable, or a condenser microphone through a soundboard is even better if you want to take it a step up and invest in a mixer board. If you are on the go, definitely you want a shotgun microphone. It does sound better than the onboard mic. There is still a lot of noise floor with these cheaper mics, so I've noticed that. The Maono definitely did a better job. It has a little bit less noise. The sound was fuller. It sounded better. The build quality is better. For the price, I would definitely pick the Maono over the Veksun, which just felt cheaper. The sound, it was tinny, didn't pick up very full sound. It just didn't sound good. I definitely tell a difference. And then if you're also on the go, or you're doing an interview, and you want your hands free and you want to be able to move around a little bit more than just a couple feet away from your camera, definitely get a lavalier microphone. You don't have to get a wireless version. You can buy a lavalier wired attachment and attach it to your cell phone and just sync it up after editing if you don't want to invest the money into a wireless system. And of course, you can also just put your cell phone into your pocket and your shirt pocket, hit record through a sound app, and then sync up the sound that way. It would still sound much better than the onboard microphone in a much more expensive DSLR camera. So those are your options. I hope this has been helpful. For now, have a good day, have a good night, and have a good weekend.